to my vlog. Today is episode 11 of season 16 of Deadliest Catch. And there's a gigantic Siberian blast coming in that's 400 miles wide and has hurricane force winds with freezing spray and giant waves. And it shows the Lady Alaska, Cornelia Marie, and the Summer Bay fighting this massive Arctic storm, and shows Scott Campbell Jr. of the Lady Alaska saying, "Chaos can create a panic, and that is something you don't want on the Bering Sea." And some crazy stuff happens to them in this episode. And also, this is the first time in 16 seasons that a Deadliest Catch boat needs help from a chase boat. And so tonight is history-making episode of Deadliest Catch, and this has never happened in 15 seasons, and it finally happened in 2020. And Deadliest Catch has been on since 2005, so it's pretty crazy. And it shows the Cornelia Marie fighting some big weather, and then it shows the Summer Bay, and they're out, and they're getting smashed from giant waves coming out over the bow and smashing into them real hard. Then it goes to the Cornelia Marie, and the Cornelia Marie is going to pick up their cod pots, and the way for cod to get in is way skinnier than for crab. And it's very rare that you would find any crab in a cod pot. You might find a couple. And so they're going and retrieving their cod pots, and it lands on a biomass of Opillio Crab, because they get like 100 Opillio Crab in this one area. So they start going through their string and hauling in the cod, and they're also getting a lot of Opillio Crab, which is awesome. Then it goes to the Lady Alaska, and the Lady Alaska is steaming out to their Opillio grounds, and they're going way up north to where the ice floe is, and nobody is there except for them, and they have a long ways to go. And while they're steaming out there, doing a 30+ hour steam to their grounds, Scott switches with the deckhand for wheel watch, and a little after he gets into the wheel watch, all the power cuts out. The lights start flickering and they turn off, and they lose all power. So he goes down and wakes up the crew, and the crew gets the emergency generator on, which has a limited supply to power all the lights. And then they start going through the system, and they find there's an old rag in the fuel lines of both engines. So they have to take the fuel system apart and then go in and retrieve the rag that was in there. And so they do that, then put it back together and start the main engines up, and they get going again. Then it goes to the Summer Bay, and the Summer Bay is just setting their gear, and they're setting on the shelf from where it goes from like 300 feet down to 12,000 feet, and the waves are just pounding the Summer Bay because of the shelf. The shelf creates a whole bunch of waves, bigger waves, and it's just mayhem out there. So they have to be careful, and the waves are jostling the boat around, and it's really rough. And all of a sudden, one of their LED lights pops off of its mount and is being held above the crew just by its wire. So they send Nick McLaughlin, the deck boss of the Summer Bay, up on the crane to go up there and see what's going on. And Nick is afraid of heights, but he ties himself to the crane and he's gonna go fix the light. And so he says, "I need these tools and this stuff," and the crew goes down and they get him that and put it in a 5-gallon bucket and send it up to him, and they get it fixed, and then they go back to setting their gear. Then it goes to the Lady Alaska. The Lady Alaska is just getting out to the grounds and is getting ready to go fishing. Then it goes to the Cornelia Marie, and the Cornelia Marie they're just finishing up hauling in their cod pots, and Casey asks Maria, their greenhorn, to go down into the bait freezer to go get more bait so they can heavy set their pots with bait. And she goes down there, and all of a sudden the boat takes a big wave, and she smashes her head and knocks herself out for like 5+ seconds. And the Casey's like, go check on Maria, and they go down and check on her, and she was just starting to wake up, and they get her, and Casey comes down and checks on her, and she has a concussion, so they bring her up to the wheelhouse and put peas on her head to help with the swelling and help cure the concussion. And so they have her up there, and she's wanting to be out there, but she can't, and she's like, it's kind of like a chess game where you're watching all the crew and stuff. So then it goes to the Lady Alaska, and the Lady Alaska is steaming out to their grounds, and they're in the midst of a storm. Then it goes to the Summer Bay, and the Summer Bay is checking their gear, and they're going through it, and they've set 110 of their pots. The pots they're pretty much coming up empty. They're not getting very much Opillio crab, so they start stacking, and they're going to move to other grounds. Then it goes to the Cornelia Marie, and the Cornelia Marie is hauling in they're calling it the dumb luck string, because that's where they had the codfish, and the first pot they pull in has 319 Opillio crab in it, and then the next pot they pull in has 360 Opillio crab, which is really good, and that's why they're calling it the dumb luck string, because they happened upon it. So they've found 2 schools of Opillio crab. They have some of their gear in one spot, and some of their other gear in the dumb luck string area. So then it goes to the Lady Alaska, and the Lady Alaska is just about to get to their grounds, and Scott notices the boat is acting weird. It's not moving forward very well, and it's also listing 20 degrees. So he gets the crew up, and he sends them out to go see what's going on, and the bow is starting to fill up, and the starboard is going like that, so it's having a hard time riding it. If it rolls to one side, it'll automatically go back to center, and same vice versa, but this time it's going, and it's struggling to get back up. They try to fire up their pump, and the pump's not working. Then they try to figure out where the leak's coming from, and they call a chase boat called the Perseverance, and they're a little ways away from the Lady Alaska, and they're trying to figure out what's going on and get stuff working, and the Perseverance comes in, and Scott asks if they have a extra marine pump, and they do. So the Perseverance camera crew, they tied buoys to the pump, and they send it over, and the crew gets it plugged in and starts pumping water, and the Lady Alaska is safe from disaster. If the Perseverance wasn't there, it would have been a whole nother story. The Lady Alaska would not be here to this day if it wasn't for the Perseverance, the chase boat. So that was really crazy. And then it shows the Cornelia Marie just fishing and in bad weather, and it shows the Summer Bay setting pots and getting ready for their next send their next strings of Opillio pots. Then it goes to the Lady Alaska and it shows them send their pots. So that is the end of episode 11 of season 16 of Deadliest Catch, and boy, was it a crazy episode. There's been some crazy episodes, but this one is probably one of the craziest ones to have ever been on Deadliest Catch. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit the bell icon down below so you can be notified when I upload videos. Also, don't forget to like and share this video with your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for watching, and if you ain't dreaming, you ain't living. Don't forget to dream big.